Good morning, Cyber Traders! Happy Tuesday, everyone, on the 30th of January. Good to see everyone. Good morning to all of you. Good. Good to see you, Doug, Carrie, Akira, John, Ken, Wayne, Lawrence. Gotta love that NFL. Everyone's getting ready. I gotta tell you a funny story. I had a dream last night that the Jets actually won the Super Bowl. I couldn't believe it. I thought I was really there. And I woke up, and here I am with you guys, worried about trading. But we're going to play that song all week. Hopefully everyone enjoyed it. And then, we'll have some fun. Yeah, go Broadway Joe. That's right. But anyway, it looks like it's going to be another fun, hopefully another fun Super Bowl. I just hope everyone stands for crying out loud. I mean, honestly, come on. I hope everyone just stands and respects the flag. I know that some of the Patriots we're not standing a few times, so see what happens. Anyway, in the meantime, guys, let's go out and make some money today. First of all, the market took a little bit of a correction. Basically, I saw a couple of things regarding the Goldman Sachs said something about downgrading the market a little bit, if I was not mistaken. I think that's what rumor came out. Did everyone hear the same thing I heard? That Goldman Sachs said it was going to be a correction or something like that. I think I heard. And let me tell you, if there's anyone you want to respect in the market, you have to respect Goldman Sachs. You cannot question or doubt them. They are the godfather of Wall Street. Just to let you guys know that 70% of the monies that they make on their earnings is their trading department. So, you know what? You always hear these big things, and I know a lot of traders from Goldman Sachs. They're at my country club. I talk to them all the time. And believe me, sometimes I feel they talk in a level that we will never understand. So when you hear these people talking about, and it's funny when we do these webinars and people talk about spoofing and this and that. Trust me, guys, they don't care they don't care anything about us. Believe me, we're just trying to get the crumbs. Remember. We're just the ants on the floor. Believe me, they're moving millions and millions of shares. They really don't care about any of that stuff. Anyway, Benito throwing out a couple of comments right there. Dow futures fell about 175 points on Tuesday. Continue the rare stock market slip. Jumping in, Warren Buffett and James Hill plan to get into the healthcare business. Send healthcare companies tumbling. To get into the healthcare business, and it tumbled. That's interesting. That would be the opposite. But the Wall Street Journal also reported Apple will make 20 million fewer iPhone X's this coming quarter than it had originally planned. Yeah, you know what, Benito? I heard this funny story about that regarding about the X. I think they stopped making them. I think they basically kind of sabotaged their phones because you always are anticipating to upgrade. Apple never came out with a phone that they came out with two different models. So they basically came out with one phone, and then it basically shot the other one. Now, how are you going to go up from the X? You know what I mean? And meanwhile, you're already an 8 is like two numbers behind, or whatever they want to say. But anyway, yeah, Apple's taking a little bit of a hit right there. So, and plus, I don't know if anything also had to do with the batteries too. But anyway, listen, it's bringing up Apple right here. Just looking at it, they are big movers, and you could see Apple was 180, it's down to 167. Guys, listen, at the end of the day, let's be honest. Back in July, the stock was 145. All right, so the stock is up about 40 points. So listen, you're gonna it's healthy to get a correction. Don't look at it as a bad thing. Just as us as traders. Listen, if I think the market's going to tank or whatever, I'm going to get out of all my positions. I'll just buy it cheaper. This is not like Las Vegas, You go there, I'm taking my money off the table, and I'm never coming back tomorrow. You know what? We just sit back patient. This is what makes you a great trader. You got to learn how to day trade first to understand how to invest and swing trade. And by seeing what was happening yesterday and seeing it trickle down and so on, you know what? The writing's on the wall. Remember, one of the biggest things, a lot of you, the reason why you came to Cyber Trade University, and I know there's a lot of people watching this YouTube video because we're going to post this on YouTube. A lot of the reason why they come to Cyber Trade University is not because they're making money, is because they're consistently losing bigger than they're making, And not only are they losing, they don't know how to control the losses, and they just spin over. And meanwhile, they think they're doing great. But you know what? You didn't do great until you sell the stock. When you day trade, you made your day's profit. That's it. You know exactly what you made. And not only that, you don't mix and match, but it does make everything a lot easier. Frank, no, I'm not out of fiat. I'm still holding it at CAU. I saw it. It was up a little bit today. It's not down a lot. It's not down a lot at all, and it wasn't down a lot yesterday. So I'm still holding. I told you I'll hold it to probably like maybe 22 and a half. I own it at 18. You know what I mean? So if it holds at big support levels, then I'll get it. But other than that, maybe close to 24, then I'll get out. But as of right now, I'm not getting out anything. I'm pretty much. I want a stock to correct, and if it does, I'll just buy it back cheaper. That's all, right? All right. So anyway, regarding about what happened yesterday, a couple of stocks that we did trade. First of all, we had a big run in the Twitter trade, TWTR. That one did really well yesterday. Rumor again, I guess, made the stock pop. But I did tell all of you, you could see the major resistance levels right around here. When the stock tested that major resistance levels right around there, the stock really backed off. Oops, what happened here? Oh, all right. So we basically hit a resistance levels right at that highs, and it came right back down, and you can see where it is. Had some good pre-market after hours trading, but now it kind of like backed off a little bit right around that resistance. Anyway, the IMMR, that was also a good rally because stock went up really nice and just came straight back down. So another big issue regarding, you got to always take profits, and that was a nice little rally and it backed off. What else was good? Mankind, right? Was it MNKD? Mankind, we did pretty well on that one. Why does this thing keep coming up? Stop coming back. All right, so anyway, that one came up. That was a nice little rally. We did pretty well on that Mankind trade. That one, you could see it. Last couple of days, we traded it. And I don't know what happened yesterday, but somebody came with a big order, and we saw the big spike on the volume, and that made it run up. FOMC was also, is that right? Oh, the FOMC has a meeting. That's what I meant by it, not that one. The other one I want to bring up was the MXIM. Dude, what the hell was that all about? Was that on ridiculous? Holy cow, that was crazy. That stock went from like $60 to $75 in like 3 minutes. It was literally the last 5 minutes. And that was unbelievable. And then the thing just you could see this thing. It was just unbelievable. And look where it is right now, right back down to 60. Can I tell you a sad story? And before we start going through the picks, I want to tell you a really, really sad story. I had a fellow trader of mine I used to trade with a long time ago, and he loved to trade this gold stock. PAS, that was it. PAS, that was it. Oops, spelled it wrong. Wrong window. There we go. And I'll never forget, he traded this stock right here, PAS, and the stock, Pan American Silver, and the stock went from, this was like one of his scalping stocks that he would trade, and he would trade all day. He knew it very, very well. Well, unfortunately, he was in a position, and the stock dropped 18 points in 5 minutes. Just like how that stock went up 15 points, imagine being short. So what happened was he sold it, and here's a guy that was making about $500 a day. Sold it. Soon as he sold it, the same thing just happened with that stock I just showed you. It bounced right back up. Some rumor came out, and it was false, and the stock came right back up. He sold it, took a $15,000 loss, and he lost it all in less than 10 minutes. Okay, so those are like, that's just like being in the wrong place at the wrong time, and once again, how many people would short that stock right now and covered at 75 and bought, and the stock went right back to 60 and just blew up their accounts. That's one of the big things you got to be really, really cautious when it comes to trading. Okay, and we talk about these overnight horror stories in our classes to protect you guys. don't get cocky, don't get greedy, and don't risk more than what you want to make. All right, so in the meantime, let's do some shopping. Let's see what's going on. There are a couple of stocks that are making moves. Okay, first of all, UNH is what some of you guys are looking at right now. A lot of the healthcare stocks. Look at this stock. Back in October, are you kidding me? The stock went from 180 to 240. Where were we when that? Yeah, I know where we were. We don't trade $180 stocks. So don't cry now the stock is down 30, 20 points. Big deal, right? So, you know what? If you got deep pockets, shorts are where they're at. All right? So let's keep an eye on these shorts right here. You got this one's taking a big hit. A couple other ones also that are the big gainers. Hold on, let me just fix my little legal pad right here. UNH, just writing that down. All right, but IMMY, that's also another stock that's doing pretty well right there. It's gapped up a little bit. It's at 260. Some of you remember we traded this stock back in October. That stock went from $1.50 to 250. But then it came right back down. So, like if you go back on that day on your journals, like we teach you in class, go see how you traded it, see what level it was at, and see how you did on it. So don't go back to something that you notice that if you did great, you want to be very heavily in it. If you didn't do well on it, you know when to stay away from it. Mobile, MOBL is another one. MOBL is another stock that's up a little bit nicely. Very cheap little stock. This is a scalping stock now. Some of you are my scalping traders. You took the scalping course with me. This is a stock that you want to look at. MOBL. It's got good. Hold on. It's got pretty decent volume. Where am I? 88,000 shares already traded. It's up 18%. You got to know how to buy it on the bid and offer. You believe me, you can it's a lot easier to scalp a stock that has a 5-cent spread than a penny spread. All right. And there was another one. There's a buyout right here, though. The CALD. Probably bumping into that one. 1.5 million shares, up 10%. It's not really going anywhere. All right. Now, regarding about today, everyone knows that today is the State of the Union address. So I don't really think there's going to be that much crazy news other than what you saw what happened yesterday about the report with Goldman Sachs, stuff like that. But I don't think there's going to be any crazy things that are going on. Remember, with the market being very volatile the way it is, this is usually a good time when I would only recommend to trade ETFs. You could see some of them did pretty well, like the TVIX. People always ask me, like, Fausto, why are you not a fan of ETFs? Listen, because a lot of ETFs don't really move. You deal with the best traders on Wall Street. You can't really see the high frequency trades that much, because there's so many of them going on one time. This is where you're getting a lot of, algorithms kicking in. And you know what? We want to trade things that are slow and steady. ITUS, guys, remember that one? Whatever goes up comes crashing down. Here's stock down to 380. That was a nice short. I always tell everyone, if you miss the long, you could always think about going short. So I don't know if this is on your short list, but the ITUS, check it out. Looks like it's trending lower. Everything that we're looking at. All right. On the New York Stock Exchange, what do we got going there? Like I told you, you got a couple of healthcare stocks. You also got HCA, which is surprising because this one's gapped up where everything's gapping down. 77,000 shares up $6. It's expensive. That's the only issue. Here's another ETF that's making pretty good waves. UVXY. That one's doing pretty well. Nice little push. Once again, a lot has to do with the market. You got some expensive ones like the UGAX, the triple long. All those. As in brand names, I'm telling you, I'm seeing a lot of stalemate going on right now. Not really that much out there. I didn't really get completely sold. You got SMG. They're all expensive. You could probably look at the short of this one. This one's taking a big hit. Miracle Grow. SMG. I don't know what happened to that one. Love Miracle Grow. Who likes Miracle? Everyone who does not like Miracle Grow? Why is the stock taking a big hit? Another one's taking a big hit too. Also, MetLife. MET. A lot of stocks getting really hit big today. MetLife at major support levels. let me tell you, if it breaks this 50, look at it to go to 46, because that's where the next major support levels. And what's nice about the only thing is I don't see that much iceberg orders out here, but the stock's trading a lot of volume, shockingly, 257,000 shares. All right, guys. Anything I'm missing? I did not call in. Elfin is not shortable. Well, listen, we made enough money, Elfin. Just stay away from it. That ship has gone in sail. That was probably literally our best 2017 winner next to Dryers. But I think this probably blows Dryers away because it did it all in 2 days. Actually, almost 1 day. Stock went from $10 to $140. Yeah, like I said, Ken, the difference in this and Dryers is Dryers did it in like in a week. This did it like in 2 days. PTI, it's up a little bit. It's got decent volume, good spread. I just don't know if I'm too crazy about the pre-market. But because our list is so low, I'll keep it on the watch list. All right. So anyway, what's good about Miracle Grow? I don't know. You know what? I'm using chicken poop this year, so hopefully that works a little bit better than Miracle Grow. I'm going fully organic this year. Anyway, hopefully that answered your question, Lynette. Anyway, guys, in the meantime, listen, we found a lot of stocks that when the market opens up, so I know there's a lot of people watching this, going to be watching on YouTube, so you're wondering, sometimes you'll see our watch list and you might say, like, why has it changed? Because there's always new ones that come out of the gate. I'm just feeling that if you look at the big percentage gainers and losers here on the TradeStation platform, there's not a lot of 200, 100, 50%, 30%, 100% winners. Once again, I think a lot of people are sitting on the sidelines, want to see what's going on. But listen, very, very careful, guys. Very, very careful. You guys got to listen to this. Once again, no matter what side you're on, if you're a Republican or Democrat, you could see what had happened with a lot of these companies in the stock market, and you want to listen to him carefully on what his pitch is going to be, because if he does pitch infrastructure, right, and he does a very heavy push, and it does come to fruition, we got to focus on infrastructure stocks. If it's construction companies, if it's lumber companies, steel companies, whatever it is, you got to read the writing on the wall. I think one of the biggest, I'll take the blame on this one. One of them I did not see coming, which I should have bought a long time ago, was Boeing. I should have saw that coming a long time ago. Boeing, you could see it. Stock has literally, guys, went from 240 to 340, okay, in less than a month. I mean, that is ridiculous. It was so easy to pick that one out. But I think the only reason why I didn't trade it because I didn't want to tie up, $240 in a stock. But you could have bought Boeing, if I can go back, when the start of the whole market, it was at $140. And and remember what President Trump said about Boeing. He negotiated about him building the new airplanes for him. It was Air Force One, and Boeing gave a lot of basically abused him for it. Like, who's this guy to tell us? And he probably says, "Don't worry, you'll make the money back." And look where the stock is. So anyway, we'll keep an eye on it. That was one of the big winners. And same thing with Caterpillar. Caterpillar, same thing. Caterpillar, $70 stock, 170, doing, unbelievable. So you got to be very careful. I think infrastructure. Now, listen, some of us are feeling like, did we miss the boat, on these stocks? Listen, Amazon, right? Let me bring up Amazon. Amazon's at, and I said I was going to 1,500. My brother owns it. He keeps telling me, you really think it's going to go? Listen, Amazon, if you go back and you look at Amazon, you go back 2-3 years, Amazon was at like 200, 250, right? Through 400. Where's that, 1,400? So, it's like, when is it going to stop? You know what I mean? Was it too late to buy it at 400? Well, you know what? Look where it is today. So, don't ever think it's ever too late. The only thing which I don't understand, which is kind of like throwing me off, is I don't understand how these stocks haven't done any reverse stock splits. Back in 2000 when I started, every company was, the biggest thing they did was stock split. And the reason why I did it, they want to make it more affordable, but then they also dilute their shares, and you can see the value of it. But shockingly, that's something I got to find out. Why these companies haven't done stock splits, Anyway, guys, so good luck today. We'll put these stock picks out there. We'll see how things go, and and if we don't see you this afternoon, once again, let's try to all evaluate what happens tonight and see how we can monetize it. Not more of a day trade, but that will also help you with your swing trades. Good luck, everyone. Happy trading.